something in this speed camera display. Place it. All there is countries. I can't wait to see what happens with what's going on here as well. It will be total war between Fortnite and there's she's able to and crazy for her friends. She wants to fight. Wherever it happens. Right. They control cars. Well, here's movie studios.
This is Captain Phillip with Airworthy Tours, and we're on a live movie set And that is because today's tour will be of the major film studios of Sony, Paramount, Universal, Warner Brothers, and Disney. We'll find out how some of your favorite movies came to life. But before we get started, please subscribe to the channel to be a part of future aerial tours. We are clear for takeoff, so grab your camera and enjoy the tour. We begin our tour in Culver City, California with Sony Pictures Studios. The facility was the original backlot of MGM Studios from 1924 to 1986 and was the studio lot where The Wizard of Oz was filmed and produced. In 1989, Sony bought Columbia Pictures and formed Sony Pictures Entertainment. That same year, Sony acquired the studio complex from Lorimar Telepictures and poured hundreds of millions of dollars into renovating the buildings and facilities, eventually naming the complex Sony Pictures Studios. Today, the complex has 18 stages, ranging in size from 7,500 to 30,000 square feet, and houses Sony Pictures Entertainment and its film divisions of Columbia Pictures, TriStar Pictures, and Screen Gems. Sony Pictures Studios currently produces the hit shows of Wheel of Fortune, Jeopardy, The Goldbergs, and my favorite show, Shark Tank. Our next stop is Paramount Studios, which is the only major studio actually based in Hollywood.
California.
Founded on May 8th, 1912, Paramount is the second oldest film studio in the United States and the fifth oldest in the world. Paramount's iconic logo of the mountain and the stars were created by one of its founders, W.W. Hawkinson, based on the mountain peak he remembered from his childhood in Utah. And the 22 stars represent the first 22 actors Paramount had on contract. Today, the studio is 65 acres and has 30 stages. Some of cinema's most historical and iconic movies were produced by Paramount Pictures, including The Ten Commandments, Psycho, The Godfather Trilogy, Apocalypse Now, Star Trek, the Friday the 13th franchise, the Indiana Jones franchise, Forrest Gump, Braveheart, Saving Private Ryan, and Titanic. In 2014, Paramount Pictures became the first major Hollywood studio to distribute all of its films in digital form only. Los Angeles is also the leader of productions for the U.S. television and mass media industries. Below is Television City, where CBS is currently producing the shows of The Late Late Show with James Corden, The Young and the Restless, The Bold and the Beautiful, and The Price is Right. While most of the mass communication and television companies are headquartered in New York City, many of them have large studios in Los Angeles, including NBC, Fox, CBS, and ABC. Our next stop is Universal Studios. Universal was founded on April 30th, 1912, making it the oldest studio in the United States, with the Universal backlot opening on March 15th, 1915. Today, the Universal Studios backlot is made up of 400 acres, which includes more than 30 sound stages and 165 separate structures. And it even has a full-fledged theme park with Universal Studios Hollywood, which has over 20 attractions and a studio backlot tour.
Universal Studios.
Universal would make its name in the film industry in the 1930s by creating the horror monster classics of Frankenstein, Dracula, The Mummy, and The Invisible Man. The 70s and 80s would see it produce the pop culture classics of Jaws, E.T., The Extraterrestrial, and Back to the Future, which are three very influential films for me. Today, Universal is a blockbuster machine due to its high-grossing movie franchises of Jurassic Park and Jurassic World, The Fast and the Furious, and Despicable Me. According to Deadline, in 2019, its movies sold 1.2 billion tickets and earned $3.7 billion at the box office. Heading out to Burbank, California, which will be the area of the remainder of the tour. Burbank is billed as the media capital of the world due to the large number of studios headquartered in the city's limits. A couple of studios based in Burbank that did not make the tour include Nickelodeon Animation, Cartoon Network, and New Line Cinema. That is Warner Brothers Studios. The studio was founded on April 4th, 1920.
Okay. There is maps, I believe. There we go. There's got to be something. This got to be the movie studio somewhere that you can find. Sony Pictures, that's Sony Pictures. Here's Warner Brothers Studios, and there is the Universal Studios. This is like a kind of affected people that affected everything. Here's Burbank, California. Paramount Pictures Studios.